Hello, everyone. What is going on? Dude, we dropped back down. Look at this move overnight. Dang. All right. Well, let's get our channel all set here. This could be good. I'm actually going to reload the chart there on ES. Let's take a peek at Nasdaq. There we go. Nice little downtrend. Still in play. We're below that key level. This could be short city here in a minute. Morning, Paul. Hey, beach bum. Hey, Tommy. Hey, Octopus. Happy Friday. All right, NQ is coming back to the EMA. The market is open. ES also in pullback mode here. See if we can stay below that. We can get some downward momentum. Obviously, we'll be looking for a short. Hopefully that's obvious. Definitely not trying to buy this. Right, there's our move. See if we can get a lower high. I will also be looking for it on NQ. These are pretty big bars. Pretty volatile this morning. Let's see if this can turn into a lower high. Looking pretty good so far. And we didn't get filled. See if we can get back in. Darn, dude. That's crazy. I had a stop order too. Well, there's your lower high if you were able to take it. NQ still hasn't had its lower high, so we might get a chance here. I'm bummed about that ES trade. That was money. NQ back above the moving average there. Not getting follow through on that selling. No lower high for you, eh, Neil? Yeah, Tom, I see that now, but I already would have been out. I mean, that already went. I would have started trailing my stop. That already went 8 points, 6 to 8 points, so. In Q, I'm still waiting for that second push down. Have one leg up here, two legs up here. If we can push down and get a lower high, that's what I will be looking for. In Q, still waiting to push down. Oof, there's a nice lower high. This might be massively big though. 44 points, my goodness. Yeah, I don't think I can justify taking a 44-point bar here. It's a great looking setup though. What's up, Julian? Good to see you. And now we got this downtrend played out. However, this is pretty dang strong price action. So my bet is we're probably going to have a correction that's going to go down again. We might have to look for some sort of secondary channel like this. This is an important key level though. As Tom mentioned, we bounced up here a couple days ago. Really close to that again, so Over on NQ, barely made a new low. Already showing signs of support. NQ is for sure stronger than the S&P so far this morning. I don't think we have any levels around here though. Yeah, so NQ has quite a ways to go to get to that next key level. And for now, I'd be looking at ES for a possibility, as it is much weaker. And also, if you're unaware, to the extent that we can say why this is happening, there was a job report this morning, an insanely huge miss. So they were predicting that 58,000 jobs would be added, and instead we lost 92,000. So a little bit of a miss there. Just a little bit. So since the downtrend played out on the S&P, we need to wait and see what happens here. We would expect at least the bulls to try to go up, even if it ultimately fails, but we can't short, and this is for sure too weak to buy. Morning, Ed. If we get below that Tuesday low, it could get ugly, folks. See if sellers have enough juice to stage a follow through here. We'll need Nasdaq to participate. Right now it is remaining elevated, remaining a lot stronger than ES. Still got to be patient here. NQ trying to make new highs. It's trying to break out of this compression. May consider a failed breakout on the Nasdaq if we get a really nice bearish hammer. Really nice lower high on ES. We just don't really have a trend to go off of. Those are the kind of bars that'll get you in trouble because by themselves they look really tempting. We just don't have the market context to go with it. But if ES goes down, breaks Tuesday's low, and stays below it, that is when we are going to be back to selling and probably have some sort of channel like this, and we'll get after it. But for now, we gotta wait, folks. Be patient. All right, no reason to trade and chop and lose money when probabilities are not on your side. ES also more or less has a range going on, just like Nasdaq. If NQ gets a really nice lower high, I'll consider it here. S&P new low, testing that key level. Come on, baby, let's break through. Let's do like the doors and break on through to the other side. Big moment here. Big moment. Possible lower high here on NQ. Just kind of hard to take those. ES is right on that key level. If it's a small bar, I might risk it. That's not too bad. 25 points. That's probably as big as I'll allow it to be, if that turns out bearish. But nope. ES so far bouncing here too. Still considering that lower high on NQ if it happens. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I like this bar. For sure, more aggressive, right? We're a bit of a range going here, but this could be a huge trade if ES decides to break through that key level. NQ has a long ways down to go too, but I don't think we're going to get our bar. Getting that bounce here on NQ, and we'll monitor this uptrend. Today may not be the day that we break those key levels. We may be in for a little move up. That's why we gotta wait for confirmation, folks. Had a little overshoot of that move up. You can see right here. Channel forming. Broke out of the top of that. Could be overextension. Kind of looks like we want to make another attempt lower. I'm really tempted by a solid lower high here. I don't want it to form for that reason because I'll probably take it. Super aggressive setup here. But if this actually moves, this could be a big one. And because it is aggressive, I will trail my stop loss pretty quickly. If we don't start getting that move down, I'll scratch out. If this turns into a double higher low, I might even add to it. See what this bar does. Getting whippy. Getting whippy. Yeah, we're going to take an early loss there. No sense in letting that turn around. If this turns into a double higher low, I'll get back in. Could have worked for a scalp, but the best move obviously is to wait and see what happens with this key level. So if we stay above this, you do not want to be shorting. So the potential here was that like we're front running the move a bit, break through this, and we catch a massive one, but I don't know. It's a little bit too whippy. Seeing if NQ can also get a setup, I would be interested to take a lower high here as well. ES is threatening, man. It's threatening to break through that area. And again, if we get down below there, we could see a pretty healthy flush. Okay, here we go. Hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. So far a bounce. So far a bounce. Buyers may defend this level pretty relentlessly. Because below this, there's really not much support. Ooh, what a bounce. Dang, look at that. This could very easily turn into a strong uptrend. This pullback will be pretty telling. We just drop down a little and make another shot up. Could be a big one. But if this retraces and can't hold the EMA, then we're probably going to chop around here more, or maybe even break through to the downside. We'll move up. Already has close outside of that channel, new high. This is very much the initial reaction off of that key level. Don't assume that this is going to remain an uptrend. We're going to have to wait and see what happens there. NQ, interestingly enough, is testing yesterday's low, has not gotten back above it, but if it does, that's a pretty solid bullish sign. So we're also watching that pretty closely here. It's a pretty decent bearish bar. I almost wanted to take that. But how big is that thing? Jeez, dude. Almost 50-point bar. Yeah, no thanks. Might have to switch to micros for the day. This ATR is pretty ridiculous. Well, the good thing is I think the market's going to make a move today, guys. A move down would be more fluid, easier to trade. But a move up could be good too. We still have a pretty wide range. Oh wait, that's not, that key level was already broken. So let's move this back up to the high from yesterday. There we go. Put yesterday's low on there too. Yeah, it's a pretty decently big range from yesterday, so do have room to move to the upside, but it will be more choppy that way. A move down could be pretty vicious. All right, a little move down. Let's see if we can get some follow through. And again, we're watching 67.17 on the S&P. Nas also making its move down here. Yeah, Octopus, I might have to join the Team Micro. Not a team you want to announce to your friends that you're on, you know what I mean? Right, here's the pullback off of this move down. If we get some rejection at the 21, we can consider taking a short. And that is not a pullback, that's a full-on bounce. Reversal almost to the start of that move. Well, it's looking more and more like this downtrend is not going to happen today, which is unfortunate because, again, I think a better move would come off the downside, less resistance. But we got to take what the market's giving us. Right now, it's giving us a move up. Which hopefully is not going to be super vertical, because as we've seen, all of these moves have had basically V-shaped reversals. Not a helpful pattern to trade. This is a crap pattern, guys. This sucks. It could change. Could get some more fluid movement, but man, so far, this is really hard price action to trade. NQ is popping above yesterday's low. If it can stay up there, that's going to be quite the bullish sign. Chopping around, testing this area. We'll see if NQ can get above or stay below. A little too early to tell there. Meanwhile, S&P has got quite a ways to go till it challenges the previous day's low. 25 points to be exact. Very close to getting a new high here on this S&P move. Everything's just super hard to trust right now. We have a little bit of a bull bias, slight lean to the market to the upside since the open. Ay, ay, ay. Let's freaking go, market. So promising this morning. I just want to remind you guys, look at this. This overnight trend, like, there is no doubt what was going on here, right? This beautiful, beautiful downtrend breaks through that level. Has a pullback. Excellent setup to go short here. Easy trade. And we just have to break through one more level. And it's like downtrend all day. But here's where we are. No breaking through. Those overnight trends can be pretty tricky. They don't always follow through on the open. NQ back above that key level. And ES making some moves. The last potential setup that I could consider for the stream, at least, be a double lower high. If this starts to reverse here, look for two lower highs, one breaking the 21 like so. If we don't drop down here, we may have a larger or a secondary channel. I don't like playing that because this is not strong price action. Those are the kind of patterns that usually only show up or are only reliable in strong trends. Seems a lot more whippy. Not strong at all. And Q just ticking higher. If it stays above that key level, I would be interested in buying. Well, folks, I think we can most likely rule out a downtrend for the day. So we either have an uptrend or we have some mixed trading chop. I think let's cross our fingers for a legit trend. But yeah, if it continues to chop around like this, we're going to just be looking for reversals every time the market makes a move. Look for the reversal pattern the other way. Like right now, could get this lower high if it drops down below the 21. I will wait for that because this could be a good one if it happens. This lower high is coming above the 21. I'm not going to take that one. Still looking for that potential lower high. It'd be better if we had already broken through the EMA, but this turns out to be a really bearish bar. I might consider it. No dice. So it's going to be one of those days, folks. Stay vigilant. Looks like we're in for either an uptrend or some chop. Hopefully it's an uptrend. NQ is looking better for that right now, as it already is above the key level, so we don't have any resistance to worry about. We just got to find a second entry on the pullback. So NQ is probably the one to go to here. Look for longs as it pulls back, as long as it stays above this key level. And ES, same. I'd be looking for a long before we get here or after we confirm above. And that is the game plan for the day. So have a great weekend, y'all. Enjoy some time away from the markets. I will see you on Monday. Peace.